Alright, according to this report, the National Water Resources Bill, which has resurfaced as the National Assembly, is set for second reading at the House of Reps. Well, the bill was introduced and rejected during the 8th Assembly following public outcry, and that is believed by many to be the rural grazing area Ruga in disguise. Well, check out the full report on the Daily Trust newspaper on why persons are rejecting the Water Resources Bill. Other reports here say federal government projects 6.72 trillion naira petrol subsidy for 2023 and 30 feared vehicles burnt in Kaduna auto crash. Suspended AGF got 15 billion naira bribe to fast-track payments to oil-producing state. Bandits gunned down mobile policemen in Katsina State, and other reports here. This one's on business, and it says 90% of telecoms operators may close shop in 5 years. And Boa I 112 billion naira from cement exports to Niger and Burkina Faso. And on politics here, INEC cautions youth against violence in 2023 election, and why Atiku and PDP must pacify Wike before 2023. That is coming from Governor of Benue State, Autumn. Women will have better deal under our government, and that is coming from the vice presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Kashim Shettima. INEC has 334 pre-election cases in court, coming from Professor Yakubu. And wrapping it up on the Daily Trust newspaper and crossing over now to the Daily Post newspaper. Nnamdi Kanu, no sit at home on Friday, ignores Simon Ekpa. That is coming from IPOB. ASU strike, why lecturers must call off strike. That's coming from Buhari's government. And passengers allegedly abducted from 18-seater bus on Kogi Abuja Highway. JAMB announces cut-off mark for 2022 admission. Buhari presides over security meeting, and other reports. Lawyer sues South Africa's multi-choice for misusing power in Nigerian market. Peter Obi counters PDP and makes demands in court. You cannot leave APC, Shettima tells ex-governor Bindo. And Kwara APC aspirant Olapita dies in his sleep. Adeleke poisoning public with lies. Ocean government replies over alleged looting of public assets. And on Enugu APC crisis, foundation members passes no confidence vote in Ugo Agbala. Atiku reached out to me to pacify Wike. Governor Autumn is saying this based on the PDP crisis. And other reports here, this one says, taking our final stories here, this one says, police bust Yan Daba boys. Police burst Yan Daba boys. Other criminals in Kano State, and suspected Alero boys storm police checkpoints, kill 8 in Katsina. EFCC arrest 18 suspected Yahoo boys in Abuja. And finally, schoolgirl reportedly shot dead by security operatives in Ogun State. Quickly checking out what's happening on the Guardian newspaper this morning. PDP crisis, Wike, Makinde, others won't defect, says Autumn. Nigeria on fiscal cliff as debt service trounces revenue. And chaotic scene at Lagos airport as stranded travelers protest Dana air closure. Nigeria's slow, tedious road to herbal medicine development. And it's outrageous to owe Super Falcons bonuses at major competitions. This is coming from Ezilian. And sue candidates with false credentials. INEC tells Nigerians, and tackles 334 pre-election cases. And ICPC probes 3,657 civil servants over IPPIS. Lagos state government returns encroached land in Ikorodu GRA to original allottees. And NWTF due Lord INEC on Osun gubernatorial election. Jakande residents fault delay in removing contraventions on estate drainage route. AU dismisses fear of food insecurity in Nigeria. And Adeleke warns Oyetola cabinet members against looting and others. Well, crossing over now to the Premium Times newspaper. All right, this one says, how to end vote buying tribunals in Nigerian elections. This is coming from Mike Igini. And gunmen kill 5 police personnel, others in Katsina attack. Nigeria broke as debt payment exceeds revenue. Court okays dismissal of official who tampered with INEC database. And on Kuje prison attack, heads will roll as Buhari receives reports indicting officials. Coming from Aregbesola. And other reports here say American President Biden tests positive for COVID-19 despite full vaccination. Nigeria records drop in sea robberies and piracy attacks. And that is a report. And cost of preparing jollof rice up by 8.3% in the second quarter of 2022 amid fuel scarcity. Peter Obi Bianca Putin top Google Nigeria searches in the last 6 months. Peter Obi Bianca Putin top Google Nigeria searches in the last 6 months. And Labour Party begins membership sensitization drive in Lagos. And EFCC sets to arraign former Accountant General Ahmed Idris over 109 billion fraud charges. And that's it from the Premium Times newspaper. Crossing over now to the international scene, checking out what the BBC is saying. Trump ignored pleas to condemn riots. And that is based on the hearing. All right, other reports on the BBC. Ukraine and Russia poised to sign grain deal. Eurozone raises rates for the first time in 11 years. And Sri Lankan forces raid anti-government camp. Russia about to run out of steam in Ukraine. And at least 18 killed in police riots in Rio favela. And what next for Italy after fall of Draghi? Checking out what's happening in other African countries. All right, this one says Sri Lankan forces raid anti-government camp. And other reports here say Kenya poll body decries unjust arrest of contractors. And finally here, Trump refuses to say election over after Capitol riot. Well, that's it from the BBC, and that's how we wrap it up on the session of the Newspaper Headlines Review. But do want to send us a reaction of whatever you think on this headlines to 0807-400-9076. Coming up on the top of the hour is Sports Fiesta, stated to get all the updates you need in the world of sports. My name is Gloria Vitalis. Good morning. We're rocking with the best.